Hey everyone, my name's Danny, and my wife and I are in the beginning stages of building a new house. We've been planning this for several years, and she's all over the design of the house and the layouts and furniture and colors and everything else. And all I can care about is my fish room. So my one stipulation in our house was I got to build a 300-gallon reef tank with a sustaining fish room behind it. So I'm basically going to document the design process, my equipment list, and everything it takes for me to have a built-in 300-gallon system in a house. This series is probably going to last 2 years. So if we start building in May of 2019, which is 7 months from now, we should have a completed house approximately 1 year from then. So May 2019 is when my fish tank should be 100% up and running. So it's going to be a long journey, but I'm going to document all of my thought processes, my equipment lists, where I get all my equipment from. I build my own lighting system for it. I've already started that. Basically, I just want to document the whole thing and let people know the time and money and what it's going to take to move from my 75-gallon you see behind me to a 300. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so here we are on our plans. This is our second draft. You can see we've gone through and made some changes and added, and we're pushing walls out and getting rid of stuff and making notes. So this draft will go back to our drafter actually in 2 days from now, and we will update it. Just FYI, these first videos, or the first video I'm doing on my iPhone, I got my GoPro out and over there, and it's dead, so it's a paperweight right now. So let's go over my fish room and how we're going to do this. So you walk in our house to our foyer and immediately turn right. We will have a restroom and what she's calling the study. I call it my fish room. And I'm going to have a built-in 300-gallon tank. I've gone back and forth on leaving a gap at that corner of about a foot, or pushing the tank all the way up to the wall and then doing a peninsula style coming out from that wall. And I'm also, she has this drawn in here wrong. I'm going to flop that. So as much of the tank that's sticking out should be back there, and that much of the tank should be sticking into my room. So the reason behind having that wall there is I can put some Ecotech pumps on this side and then some on this side, so I give them alternating wave action. The only thing that I can think of is honestly I don't know. I don't really want to push that up against the wall and then block that side view. I like being able to look all the way through the tank. So if y'all have any comments or questions on that, feel free to comment. Like I said, this is still on paper right now, and nothing is set in stone. Alright, so we go to our fish room. Basically have my floor drain, my sink. I can hang my RODI system under my sink. I'm gonna have my sump under my tank. Over here on this wall I'll have a quarantine tank and then a small frag system. I'm gonna have a 10-gallon quarantine frag tank. So I'll have a 40-gallon fish quarantine tank, a 10-gallon frag quarantine tank, and then probably another 20-gallon frag system, all crammed into shelving along this wall. I'm going to just put shelves above my sink for all my supplies and salt and all those goodies. And I could possibly put some shelving kind of up high along this back wall. That's about all the square footage the wife would let me have for my fish room. So I'm going to try to utilize it the best I can. And to get to the fish room, you actually go into the master. So we'll do Buzz. Go into the master, or into the foyer, into the living room. We'll go through the master bedroom, through the closet, and into the fish room. That'll help kind of isolate all the noise from this pump room to our bedroom, so I won't hear pumps run all night. And it'll kind of be a little hidden cave that I can just get away and do whatever I want to in. Other than that, that's kind of my fish room layout and then my pump room layout. Again, once I move this tank out, it'll actually give me quite a bit more room in here, because I think it was about 2.5 feet in that opening, which that'll bring it to 3.5 feet and give me a lot more room there. Alright, so from here I'm going to move on to my equipment list and budget. So here's my build list. My budget's approximately 12 grand. A big chunk of that is caught up in my tank and my sump. So I've actually had it quoted. I'm getting a Planet Aquarium's approximately 300 gallon tank. It's going to be 72 wide by 36 tall by 36 deep. It's actually a little bit over 300 gallons, but I'm going to call it a 300 gallon build. I've been in contact with Geo's Reef. They're going to build me a 60-inch custom sump. In that I'll have 2 Core 20 return pumps, a Nios 300 skimmer, have some external Geo Reef dual canister calcium reactors, and an Apex excuse me, Apex net tune system to control it all. That's my known equipment. I will have more. I mean, I'll have some Ecotech pumps in there, and I'm sure there's a lot more that I just don't have on this list that I will be getting. Like I said, this is just kind of my preliminary rough draft and budgeting and getting thoughts together. I'm pretty sure I can get close to it on 12 grand. I'm going to try to buy as much as I can new. Some stuff I will have to buy used, but I'm going to try to do all new purchases and see what I can do. My lighting, I'm actually doing DIY LED lighting. I've already started building my lights for it. I've been building my lights for my 30 gallon tank in my office, and they've been doing great. I have SPS and softs and have some Zoas and LPSs, so they've been growing great for the past year. So I think I'm going to take my DIY lighting to this and see what I can do. So I'm new at videos, so work with me. I'll get better at editing and scripting. I just kind of want to get this first video out so people can kind of see my project, see what I'm doing, and go from there. Again, like, questions, comments. I'd like to have some input. I've never got into a project this big. I'm doing a bunch of research, and I've noticed that it is a pretty intense build. So guys, keep watching. I'll try to post some videos at least once a month, once every other week or so, to keep people interested in it. Hope you like what you see.